The work undertaken by family services can have a huge impact, just like our next story.
Being a parent is one of the hardest jobs there is, and it takes a village to raise a well-rounded child. Luckily for families in Atlanta, Children's Healthcare of Atlanta wants to be part of that village.
Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, we are committed to ensuring that kids are not only better today, but healthier tomorrow. And we carry out that mission through our work at Strong for Life, really working directly not only with our community, but speaking directly to parents to ensure that they raise safe, healthy, and resilient kids. We are focused on 4 core pillars of work. And those 4 pillars are childhood obesity, behavioral and mental health, injury and illness, and child protection. And we focus on those areas because there are a number of things that we can't prevent, unfortunately. And those include things like childhood cancers and congenital defects. But there are plenty of things that we can prevent. And those 4 pillars represent areas where we can make a huge impact in our community.
Strong for Life is about raising healthy, safe, resilient kids.
One of our programs that has been really important in our building our program of Strong for Life is our program on how to have conversations with parents and how to have conversations with families where their kids are struggling. We want to make sure that people are having conversations that are productive, where the families and the patients feel seen and heard and not judged. We had a pediatrician come up and tell us this story about a 4-year-old that came to his office. And he came in and he told the pediatrician he was really proud of himself because he got upset at his brother, and instead of hitting him, he learned how to use his words. He took a few moments, he took a couple of deep breaths, and he could use his words. So he's really using those coping skills that we've been working so hard to get out there to families.
Their team of doctors and other wellness experts are passionate about child wellness and prevention, and that passion fuels all of their programs and content.
We're in the community, schools, pediatric offices, and other organizations that take care of children. This has been a great way for us to get the messages out in so many different arenas. So the kids are hearing the same messages about being healthy, being active, getting good sleep. I'm so lucky in my role as a pediatrician. I get to practice medicine and at the Strong for Life Clinic, where we really help families make change and make sustainable change so that their kids are healthier both in body and in mind. And then I also have this other role where we're focusing on prevention.
There's a big market for new and expecting parents, but where do parents turn for advice when it comes to their elementary, middle, and high school aged kids?
Age appropriate is absolutely paramount in our work. So when you think of something like water safety, when you're talking about a little child or a newborn, having a child within arm's reach, making sure that you can be right there with them as a parent is vitally important. But as that child ages, you also want to make sure that they know that it's never too late to learn. And so how do you engage them as older swimmers to make sure that they are still willing to go out and learn? And as it applies to behavioral and mental health, we recognize that from the moment a child is born, the way that we engage and talk to them is vitally important. And that extends to when they're teenagers and we start to handle things like bullying and anxiety and depression. So we want to make sure that we're talking specifically to what those children may be facing at that age.
Any parent or caregiver can benefit from the information Strong for Life has to offer.
And take it slow. Appreciate everything that you have achieved and that you're working on with your family, and find ways to make small positive changes for your family, because those will result in the biggest, happiest, and most sustainable change.
So we want to make sure that we're providing the best clinical care for those kids that need us, but we're also equally focused on ensuring that kids will never need us. And that's why we do this work.
For more information, visit strongforlife.com or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.